EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Falcons going up against the Cowboys. With that, we'll send you out to Arlington, Texas. Here's Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. This is taken at the 3. They come out here in the eye. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. A gain of 3, second down. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here we go with 2nd and 7. They'll try to right side with Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The starting defense for the Falcons.
Jonathan Babineau's a deep. Defensive tackle knows how to get upfield and spill plays in the backfield.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Prescott. He's got his man. It's Williams. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So opening drive, 3rd down. They go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out, because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner, and he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
They'll run it now. Here's Dunbar. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
A handoff left, Elliott. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 19. And that leads to a Dallas first down.
It's so important to establish the running game early in a contest because when you do that, that just opens your playbook so big for your offensive coordinator. And to be frank about it, they like calling pass plays better than they like calling running plays. And with the way that they're running it right now, that's going to open things up to do whatever they want through the air as this game goes on.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. Charles, how about Alfred Morris? Supposedly one of the best guys in the league, and he had a game-winning touchdown for the Cowboys against his former mates in Washington this last week.
Helped power his new team to a victory, and that had to feel sweet for him, but I don't think that he's that vindictive type. I think it just felt sweet because he helped his team win, and he had a really nice visit back in Washington with a lot of the people who loved him when he was there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
And that's been a pretty darn good drive to start things off here in this game. Move the ball downfield well, and after that run, they're set up at first and goal.
And the offense inside the 5 here at the... And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he puts it through. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They come out here in the eye. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Freeman, Charles, he looked more solid in Week 2 against the Raiders, 93 yards, and that was after a tough Week 1 where he had just 20 on the ground.
And I think with Devontae Freeman, we have to be careful about how we measure him because we usually measure all running backs by how many yards they gain, on the ground. Well, Freeman is an all-around player. Run it, catch it, blocks really well, protects his quarterback. I don't think anyone plays harder in the league without the ball in his hands.
Kyle Wilbur in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones.
When it comes to Julio Jones, there's times when I watch him play that I'm just simply mesmerized by his speed, his power, his willingness to go get the football. And in the game against the Raiders in Oakland, 5 catches, over 100 yards, while battling leg injuries.
Yeah, missed the last drive of that game with a lower leg injury. Good news, though, Falcons think he'll be just fine.
And they need him because he is the guy that makes their offense go.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
play fake here on first down. He's going to... This is caught inside the 15. And that one results in 35 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Ryan. And Tammy with it over the middle. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll run it. Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman taking it in. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Out of the gun now on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Take it at the 37. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws.
And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 56 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.